So the playoffs are here. Unfortunately, my Dolphins are not in them. They finished just outside the play. Really, not just outside because we lost the last game. But they missed the playoffs. Very sad. But at least I don't have to watch them go to Buffalo and get their asses beat. So that's maybe a positive for my psyche, just given how dominant the Bills have been in the last few years over the Dolphins. But while we're talking about the Bills, let's start off with the AFC. Let's do our picks for this week, starting off with the Los Angeles Chargers and the Houston Texans. So, Chargers 11-6 coming into this one, Texans 10-7. Started off the season very hot, but CJ Stroud has been in somewhat of a sophomore slump, whereas Jim Harbaugh has the Chargers playing great football, very, very Jim Harbaugh football. You know, they're not allowing really Justin Herbert to go out there and sling it all over the place. They're controlling the ball. They're playing good defense. They're playing solidly. I think right now, Chargers are in a better place. This is in Houston, but I think this is the 4:30 game on Saturday, a spot that the Texans are used to being in. And I think that the Chargers get the minor upset, the 5 seed over the 4 seed, despite having the better record, and they move on to the next round of the playoffs. So up next, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers at 10-7, the 6th seed, headed to Baltimore to play the 12-5 Ravens. They played a few weeks ago. It was very close, very competitive. To start the game off, Steelers were actually going in. It was tied 7-7. They were going in to score to make it, you know, a Steelers lead, 14-7. Russell Wilson scrambles. He gets close to the goal line. He fumbles, and I just feel like the momentum never shifted back to the Steelers. My apologies. And the Ravens ran away with it. So Lamar Jackson, for my money, he's the MVP this season. He's had an unbelievable season, over 4,000 passing yards, over 800 rushing yards. He has Derrick Henry now. As he says, he doesn't love playing in the cold. He doesn't love getting tackled. He doesn't think anyone loves doing tackling in the cold. It's going to be cold as the playoffs go on. I mean, Ravens really only have Buffalo and then probably Kansas City, so it's going to be cold. But what do you love to see if you're a Ravens fan in the cold? You want to see Derrick Henry running people over as just the strongest running back in the NFL, the last person anybody wants to tackle. The Steelers, they're in kind of mini turmoil. It's been well reported, or at least alluded to, that there's stuff going on behind the scenes with the defense. Players are potentially not playing their roles. They're not playing well. Russell Wilson has not been playing particularly great the last few games. So I'm going to have to pick the Ravens. I know, not the craziest pick here, playing it pretty safe, but Ravens advance to the divisional round to take on the winner. Well, actually, not the winner of that'd be very no. To face off probably against the Buffalo Bills. So let's talk about the Bills and the Broncos. Broncos get in 10-7. They're 7th seed. Buffalo Bills 13-4. Josh Allen, the only man who potentially could win the MVP over Lamar Jackson, though again, I don't necessarily see that happening. But he's had a stellar season. He's really put the team on his back. Here, it's going to be cold. Buffalo, not that the Broncos aren't used to the cold, but rookie quarterback, I just don't see, Sean McDermott, his defense losing to Bo Nix in Buffalo. It just feels like one of those, what we've been used to the last few years as the Bills have been, the 2 seed a few times the last few years, where they come in, they play a team like the Steelers, they play a 7th seed that's not very good, just got in, and they dominate. So I expect that to happen here. Probably not going to be a particularly close game, setting up a Ravens and Bills matchup in the divisional round, and then the Chiefs will play the Chargers, which, you know, Chargers have played the Chiefs hard this season. They haven't won, but they've gotten close, so that will be very interesting. And then Bills and Ravens, what more can you ask for as an outside observer in the NFL than a premier matchup like that? So those are my picks for the AFC. Let me know. Are they good? Are they bad? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Where am I wrong? Let me know in the comments.